ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another handmade 1/6 scale custom head sculpt unboxing and review video. Now in this rather unassuming metal tin, we have another sculpt by Vince, aka V.Collectibles. This is none other than the BvS Superman sculpt. Now I know Hot Toys did a commendable job back in the day, but as years have gone by, I think that the custom artists out there have done an amazing job translating Henry Cavill's likeness to 1/6 scale. Although this is produced in an unlicensed, unofficial capacity, so do bear that in mind. Vince did let me know he has 2 more of these head sculpts available, although they will be unpainted, so you do have to contact an artist to get that sorted if you do decide to purchase one of these sculpts. I have left the link to his Instagram down in the description below. Now as you can see, it is limited. There are only 36 worldwide, and that is never going to be rerun. He also has the links to his Instagram and his Facebook down below there. I will, of course, be doing a comparison back to the Hot Toys sculpt, because a lot of us, of course, have picked up the Hot Toys BvS Superman, and this head sculpt, for me at least, will be replacing the Hot Toys one in my display. So, spoiler alert, yeah, I really like the way it looks. What we are going to do now, though, is get the Hot Toys Superman sculpt out here and do a side-by-side comparison. Now, for the longest time, this head sculpt on the right, the Hot Toys BvS sculpt, has been the gold standard for Henry Cavill in 1/6 scale. Hot Toys decided to not just use it once or twice, but 3 times. Even when the hair part was inaccurate to Justice League, they liked it so much, they decided to use it anyway. I was getting a little bit tired of seeing the same sculpt over and over again, so enter V.Collectibles. Vince has knocked it out of the park with this Superman sculpt. The eyes are a lot lighter, the skin texture is incredible, and the hair looks way more accurate. The Hot Toys sculpt was fine for back in the day, but for me, the V.Collectibles sculpt captures Henry Cavill's likeness from pretty much every angle. Now I know y'all are going to have your favourites, so do let me know which you prefer down in the comments below, but this one is absolutely the one I'm going to be going with in my display. But I'm pretty sure y'all, just like me, want to see what this looks like on the body, so let's make that happen. Here we have it installed on the body, and it looks awesome. I was worried that it wasn't going to fit, the neck was going to be too small or was going to be too big, but I shouldn't have doubted Vince. His team of skilled artists made sure it fits pretty much perfectly on the body. Now the skin tone does match. It is a little bit darker because back in the day the BvS Superman did have a darker skin tone as compared to Justice League, but I think they took that into account when painting this sculpt, because in person it matches very nicely. It's not too big, it's not too small, everything fits in proportion to the body, and it elevates the figure. That's something that I was hoping it was going to do. The Hot Toy sculpt is great, as I've already said, don't get me wrong, but this one, in my opinion, is far superior. Just quickly before we wrap up, I wanted to talk about how it actually connects to the body. You do have 2 different options. I decided to go without the neck peg entirely, but if you do want to use it so it's a little bit more secure, there is an adapter section on the inside. You do have to source one of those rubber little gasket pieces to install in the head sculpt itself, and then you can attach it to the neck connector. But seeing as it very nicely cups around the neck itself, you still do get a fairly decent range of motion out of the sculpt simply by sitting it on there with friction. So in my display, I am perfectly fine leaving it this way, but I know some people will want it to sit more securely, so you will have to source yourself a neck connector for the sculpt. Just wrapping up on the V.Collectibles BvS Superman sculpt. Now I do have to say a massive thank you to Vince for continuing to work with me on these reviews. I love seeing his work. Every time I get a new sculpt from Vince, I am blown away. This might just be my favourite to date, although his T'Challa head sculpt was very impressive. This one is even more so. Now, of course, all art is subjective. Y'all are going to have your favourites, and a lot of people have had the BvS Superman in their collection for a long time, so there's a lot of love for that sculpt. But as I said earlier in the video, I wanted something a little bit different and a little bit more realistic. And I think that's what I got. This guy now looks hyper real. He is one of my favourite Superman figures after this head sculpt swap in the display. I am hoping that we do see a Justice League version from V.Collectibles sometime in the near future with the hair parted on the other side, but for now, yeah, I'm really happy. If you do want to grab one of these head sculpts unpainted, I have left the link to his Instagram down in the description below. He does have 2 remaining. While you are down there, why not check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.